set up his camera here, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna make a little video for his channel. When are you gonna post it?
Probably in like
A week or two?
I know. Well,
I honestly, I can't talk crap. I'm so behind on editing. This video is probably like at least a week late.
yeah, so I don't.
But you promise you're gonna post it?
I'll post it after you post it.
But you're gonna post it?
I will post it after you post it.
He says he's gonna post it.
After.
So we're gonna talk to his camera now.
I don't want to go too far back and then have no audio.
Oh, that's right. You can't use.
Yeah, I know.
You can't use. I was gonna say I could plug in mine or something.
Yeah.
Or you could use my camera.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Drew. If you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock. But yeah, well, I mean, I only have. Okay, anyway, but we're gonna do a video about why FPV is such a unique hobby and well, why it attracts so many different people. Okay, so let's get started. So if you don't know who Drew is, just tell us like a brief summary of who you are.
I'm a professional FPV pilot. I work for a company called Rotor Riot. Hit that up on YouTube to check out our videos. We travel around, we fly in cool places, and we make products for the freestyle drones, which is the type of drones that both Colin and I fly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Great. Yeah. So one of the things I like to point out is like how many different aspects, like in terms of engineering aspects, there are in like building a drone. You know? You have mechanical, you have electrical stuff, you can get into aerodynamics with propellers, you can get into coding.
Right.
So like what?
No, it's just catch-all, right? I mean, everything from building the actual structure of the frame to having to wire up the speed controller to the motors, and then actually getting into the software to do a little bit of the setup. I mean, even the basic setup at its core is somewhat, it's like kind of programming in a sense, right? You have to actually configure the software to work with the hardware that you've just soldered to it.
And a lot of hobbies, and from what I've seen and heard of, don't really do a lot of that. It's, you know, if you take for instance model airplanes, there really isn't a lot of programming in model airplanes. I mean, very little.
There's a little bit on the transmitter,
but like it's not like you can't.
You're never going into a command line interface to be like set small angle equals 1.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that, and then it's unique because from all of that you get tons of different groups of people, and then you get the thrill. And then you have the racers. You have the people who like
the competitive side, right? And it's all these different I mean, so you're right. So it's like all these different aspects of kind of math, science, engineering come together. So people interested in those different aspects. But I think it goes even a whole step further because I think it goes a whole step further because what a lot of people do when they get into freestyles, then they want to make videos. So then you have all these creative people coming out of the woods, trying to make pretty videos that are mixed to music and have good color grading. So that's what I like most about this, is that there's all this technical side, but there's also all these like creative aspects to it. So to really be good at it, you have to be the whole package.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why when you see people like Drew and other people that have made videos, like the reason they're so successful is because they do all that extremely well. Really well. You mean definitely know what you're doing.
Well, I used to work as an automotive engineer, so I went to school for engineering. I was always really into the math and stuff at school, but I think I always wanted to do something more creative, and so I was never really like satisfied with my job just as a automotive engineer. I was always looking for a creative outlet. And so when I kind of found FPV as a thing that still required all this technical know-how and doing, but then allowed you to make this very creative product, it just seemed like a perfect fit. So yeah, I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
How long have you been flying?
I've been flying drones for like 3.5 years now.
Yeah. Right. There's so many different flight styles. I mean, that's getting to what you're saying about then racing, where there's this like really competitive aspect of it. You know, they're all trying to fly the fastest, and then you have people with like a style like mine, where maybe you want to do more like flowy things that make a pretty video, and then you have others like Vic Lanning who do like the really rapid acro movements.
Right, and then you get the video gamers.
Ah, yes. I mean, no, I know people that kind of came from video game to the drone. I know like DRL had a whole competition, Drone Racing League on ESPN. They did this whole online competition where you would play their simulator, and there was a leaderboard, and then the top 10 or 15 or whatever, they actually got flown out to New York to compete, to compete against each other. And the first place actually got a spot on the show as a racer for the real drone. So like that person was absolutely a transition from video game to flying the real quads. But I think what's most interesting is that when I first heard of FPV, I was like, that sounds kind of boring. I'm like, if you're just gonna stare at a screen and move sticks, why don't you just play a video game? And then I really got into it. I'm like, this is nothing like a video game. It's way more fun. And I don't really know why. What makes it so much more fun than a video game?
For me at least, it's the fact that you're flying a mechanical object in the sky, and there's
so you
penalties.
know it's real.
There's penalties if you crash.
Yeah, and not just you losing points.
It's money.
You're losing dollars.
Your wallet.
Losing all the dollar hairs, and you explode into a brick wall.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I just think FPV is the greatest hobby ever because, like we were talking about, it's technical, it's creative, it all comes together, and it attracts such a diverse group of people. Anyone can get into it, and I mean, I've made friends from all different backgrounds, all different ages. I never thought I'd be sitting with a random 16-year-old that I met on the internet in Kobo Center just because we like playing with flying toys. But it like bridges the gap.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I'm 28. I don't feel like I'm hanging out with a kid. Like when you have that thing that puts you on a I'm serious.
No,
like
yeah, it makes
when you have
sense.
this thing that like you can relate so heavily on, it like totally bridges the gap. Nothing matters other than you share this interest.
I don't know a lot of hobbies that are like that.
This is the best one.
Yes.
Best one. Alright. So subscribe to his channel.
Yes, please.
It'll be, the button's like down here somewhere. It's red. It says subscribe. Yeah. You should hit it. You subscribe to me too, Drib.
Cool.
Any sign-offs you usually do? What do you usually say?
I don't either.
Okay.
I just say like, comment, subscribe, and
do it.
Yeah.
I like to hit the lens.
Okay, do it.
I'm gonna do it.